cases of two teams facing off and two coaches matching weights.
All right, so let's go on. I will come back to the Nations Cup later on because the game is going on as we speak. We'll update you with all of that and, of course, a review of all that happened earlier today as well. But Dumnodi, let's come to you very quickly. For us, no Nations Cup. Our attention is on the Glo Super 6. The reason? Some of our teams that we hope will turn things around for us in 2015 will be part of the Super 6. And yesterday you promised that today you're going to give us like a preview for the Glo Super 6 starting in Abuja this weekend.
Well, let me just start with the defending champions of the league. The Super 6 is the expanded system. It's an expanded format of the Super 4 we used to, involving clubs. Now it's clubs and national teams. The under 20 and the under 23 teams going to be taking place in Abuja this Saturday. Let me start with Cardinal Pillars, defending champions. Well, they have their usual way of preparing. Just ship up the players you think is not useful, not necessary. Keep the bulk of the players, the nucleus of the players stay intact. They just want to dominate the league. And of course, we could see that they got in five players into the squad. They got 2 from Academy, got 1 for Rangers, got 1 for Nassau United. Then, of course, so. But key to Candy Pillars, you could see the pictures of the team that played last year. The bulk of these players are still within Candy Pillars. 90% of these players.
That's the guy.
This guy is called Adamu Hassan. Their top scorer last season. Got 14 goals last season. He got 2 goals 3 times. Because that's the man to watch for Cardinal Pillars. You see that he has a lot of impact. Because when he started last season, he was not the one to focus. At the end of last season, he ended up scoring 14 goals, becoming Cardinal Pillars. And this is the man for Rangers. Striker, joins them for Rangers. Christian Obiozo.
Went with the home base Eagles to Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, they went to the Abu Dhabi. It was in their Chan. A key member, this is Tony Jomarigwe from Nassau United.
He has joined them.
He has joined them, so they are beefing up their squad.
Excellent players.
Yes, what they did was they're trying to ship a lot of players to go, but try to look at some of those departments. They need assistance.
Goal scoring, particularly.
Yes, goal scoring, particularly.
Because on the continent, you need to score goals.
You don't have to rely on too many goals last season.
They didn't score too many goals, but you don't have to rely on one source. Because initially it was Gambo Mohamed. Suddenly they now shifted it to Adamu Hassan, just came in from the scene. So Eyimba, yes, Federation Cup champion. Eyimba to still have the bulk of the players. No one has gone. Everybody is still within. But this man you are seeing is likely going to leave Eyimba. Rashid Obabi is likely going to leave Eyimba. But I don't know where he's going to. But they're still discussing whether to keep him or to allow him go.
That'll be a big loss.
It's going to be a big loss if he leaves Eyimba. And of course,
and the players have been complaining about unpaid allowances.
But there's a meeting between the chairman of the club and some of the key players of the team, and they're able to resolve that. The captain of the team is still very intact.
Are they going to be able to keep him founder? That's another question.
That's another big issue. Warri Wolves, where they got in 4 players, they got Solomon Kwame, Super Eagles defender. They got Kofi Mbong from Aqua United. They got Peter Oyekachi, not Peter Oyekachi, Oyekachi Okafor
from Crown FC.
Yeah, FC's top scorer last season. You can see this is the player I'm talking about. That's the player to watch. He's a player to watch. On the other last season, became Crown goal scorer last season.
Crown went down, but he's staying up.
Yeah, he's staying up. He got 8 goals last season, but that's a good performance for him for the first time in the top flight. So what he was, yes, last season they got Dolphins. One player is not part of this team. That's the man you're controversial.
How do we replace Mehmed Rock? That's the big question for Dolphins.
Yeah, the big question.
But they have a replacement, do they?
But the replacement, I'm good. We're going to see the replacement soon. Dolphins losing finalists in the Federation Cup last season. They will travel tomorrow morning for the Super 6. Ishaka Alawi, San Eagles captain, is a veteran of the league. He's still intact. We're going to see some of the players. Austin Brown, they've asked him to go. This is Ifeanyi Egwim, the player that started with Dolphins before MMO came on the scene.
Excellent player, pacey striker, yes, but then always getting injured.
Yes, always getting injury, and of course that's Ifeanyi Egwim. There's Victor Alegbe, he's a midfielder.
Christian Piagbara as well.
Yeah, that's Christian Piagbara.
Christian Piagbara has joined. I mean, what is the clarification around Christian Piagbara?
When I put across a call to the unofficial of Dolphins, he said he has been included in their roster.
They have been included in?
Yeah, in their roster.
What does that mean? You have included a player of another club in your roster. What does it mean? Has he moved to your club or has he not moved?
That's what
maybe there's something that they want to sort out.
They want to sort out
because they come out officially.
He said he trains with them. So this is moving from the blue side of Port Harcourt to the green side of Port Harcourt. That's from Sharks to Dolphins. If that goes through, then it's going to be a massive addition to that Sharks to Dolphins squad.
All right, so that's it. Excellent preview for us. Tomorrow we'll get an idea of the fixtures, for the Glow Super 6 starting
and the format
on Saturday, and the format as well. All right, because there are going to be a lot of games. I think 5 games since we are playing 6 teams.
Look, the league has not started. Let them play.
Let them play.
No.
We might just end up having 2 groups.
No. Round robin.
It's round robin. 6 teams.
It's round robin.
3 games in a day.
Yes.
But there's going to be a day break for the teams.
Yes. I think they're going to play about 5 games. Yeah. So there'll be a lot of games to keep these teams, to knock them into shape.
The team with the highest number of points
will win it.
Yeah,
it's a mini league.
Yes.
All right, and a lot of people there as well will be interested in following what goes on. All right. We will go on a break now. Tunde, let's just start by showing you results of today's game, because the game is currently going on in the Africa Cup of Nations.
Yeah.
The first game played today, wasteful Zambia. I mean, that's how I want to classify them. They have themselves to blame, had plenty of chances to bury Tunisia. They didn't do it, and they lost the game at the end of the day. And now their qualification for the next round is hanging by a thread.
Well, I think you said everything. Zambia have only themselves to blame for completely frittering away the chances that we have seen them possibly progress in this group. I mean, they had everything going for them. They had the possession, they had the penetration, but they lacked finishing. And they can only Coach Ono Kwanzaa can only blame himself and his team. But you cannot force that excellent winner by Yasin Chikawi off a cross from Yusuf Musakni. Excellent header, one of the best headers I've probably seen this year. And Tunisia, I think they deserve, on the balance of play, I think they deserve the points. The goals they got were excellent, and also they made it count. And that was an 88-minute winner. There was nothing the Zambians could do
about it.
They positively collapsed. I mean, you couldn't salvage a game for 90 minutes. How are you going to salvage it in
2 minutes?
2 minutes and additional time. Another game is currently going on. Cape Verde also battling Congo Democratic Republic.
Still goalless after 82 minutes.
2 very decent teams. So I'm not surprised at that result.
So if the result stays this way, Zambia probably will be hoping to win their last game and then sneak in with 4 points. But that's going to be a mountain to climb. Yeah, all right. Going to be very, very difficult. But it means that group will go right down to the last day. And that's one of the exciting things we've talked about for this 2015 Africa Cup of Nations. Well, let's go on a quick break now. Guys, I must thank you for your time on the show.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
All right, we'll go on a break. When we return from this break, Femi Adefeso will be coming in. There is plenty to talk about. Youth Alive, remember, will be under focus, and it will be telling us about the 10 richest NBA clubs. We're going to be giving him an assignment that next week he should come and tell us the 10 richest clubs in Nigeria, because a lot of basketball players in Nigeria are complaining that they need money. All right, we'll go on a break. We'll be right back. All right, so my lights from the Asian Cup. I told you that tournament is one beautiful tournament with plenty of goals, and you could see Australia cruising there in the Asian Cup. They are clearly the favorites to win it on home soil. All right, Femi Adefeso has joined me now for the rest of the show, and Femi, good to have you on sports tonight. We've talked about the preseason for football. What's going on in basketball very quickly before we go on to what we have lined up for tonight?
Yes,
are the clubs getting ready?
Yes.
Are they pre-seasons? Are they buying players? What's going on?
Yes, it's traditional now for basketball teams to hold trials before they start the season.
For new players?
Yeah, for new players.
To scout for new players?
A couple of teams. Northern Warriors started earlier this week, and it's still going to run down to the weekend for new players to come in, and the old players are also in training with them. So officially they have started their preseason. While Mark Mentors, will start on Monday. Those are the 2 teams who have started their early preparations for this.
What about the teams from up north?
Mark Mentors is on the other conference. Kano Pillars, they keep the core of their players. So it's also about, we know when the season will kick off, but most likely they will be starting, in next week before the competition gets underway as we speak.
Okay, let's talk about the Youth Alive now. The fixtures showing on the screen for me. Ilukoju Center, Warriors Academy.
Yes.
Will be taking on Freedom Reign.
Yes.
And then you are having Raptors. That's the under 19 boys. We have Raptors against
those matches on Friday
against Dell Academy.
Dell Basketball Academy. While in Go Park
tomorrow.
Yes. River Dragons against Deep Bond under 15, and Deep Bond or against River Dragon. Now that's under 19
under
boys.
19, yeah.
That's
for
on
girls
Friday.
against
for
Deep
girls
Bond under 19
Deep
girls.
Bond under 19 girls. That will be on Saturday. Topfield Charlie also on Saturday. Charlie's Rangers.
Under 19 boys.
And we have Mobalaji girls, also of Queen's College. Now the Mobalaji girls is an extension of for girls. Yes, they divided into two because of the number. You know,
everybody's divided into two now.
In that team. Then Police College Center, we have NAP and JR against the Police Rookies in the under 19 category, while Police Rookies will take on Diamond Basketball Academy on Saturday in the under 19s boys, and of course Raptors, basketball club of NIS, in this national stadium will take on the IGP Queens under 19 girls team.
All right, very quickly now, let's go to what you have put together for us, the richest clubs in the NBA. Next week we'll like to see the richest clubs. Do we have rich clubs? We have some rich clubs.
We have maybe one or two.
All right, rich clubs. All right, but let's talk about the richest clubs in the NBA before we wrap it up tonight.
Yeah, the top 10 is no surprise at all. It's the Los Angeles Lakers, who top that list with 2 billion, over 2 billion in terms of revenue. Yes,
New York Knicks follow 2.5.
Chicago Bulls. They were the top 3 last year, so they still maintain their position. Boston Celtics. Unfortunately, this is a roster of teams that are struggling. Despite the fact that they have
the money.
If you look at Los Angeles Lakers, they are doing in 14th place in the Western Conference. The New York Knicks are last in the Eastern Conference.
Because of all the cash they have.
But they have a lot of money to spend. The LA Clippers, actually, they moved up by 72% according to the Forbes list to become 1.6 billion after they were acquired by Steve Ballmer of Microsoft for $2 billion. We have the Brooklyn Nets, another struggling franchise with rating over $1.5 billion, while the Golden State Warriors, the team of the moment in the NBA, is rated at $1.3 billion. The Houston Rockets, an emerging force right now with James Harden and Dwight Howard, is rated $1.25 billion, while the Miami Heat, former champions, are in nice position. And of course, the noisy one, Mark Cuban, they call him the noisiest owner in the NBA. His team is in the 10th position. He says that his team should rate more, on the standings, but that's what they've been valued by Forbes, 1.15 billion. That's a summation of the richest teams in the NBA. And surprisingly, if you look at it, they are all traditional names, apart from the Golden State Warriors, who are now the team of the moment and a team to watch. Others are still struggling, and the money is not reflecting on their play. I guess they have too many overpaid players on that team, which has affected purchasing some raw talents. The LA Lakers, the New York Knicks, the Boston Celtics, all of them are rebuilding at the moment, and their money will actually help them, in acquiring all that. In other news from the NBA, Steve Kerr of the Golden State Warriors has been announced as the coach of the Western Conference All-Star team.
Okay, because operations have begun for the All-Star teams?
Yes, preparation has begun for the All-Star game, which will be, of course, in February 15th. And he becomes the first coach, since 1998, since Larry Bird, was named to be a first-time coach, because this is his first year in charge of that team, and he will be coaching that team. And Mike Budenholzer, just like Sony mentioned, the coach of the Atlanta Hawks, will coach the Eastern Conference. The fact that his team is topping the Eastern Conference, so he will be the coach of that team. And we also hear that Sean Marion, a 16-year veteran in the NBA who now plays for the Cleveland Cavaliers, said he will retire at the end of the season. He's never won a ring. He's a four-time All-Star, and he has picked up about he had one NBA final appearance, but he never got to win. So it's a big loss for fans of a power forward who is very strong, who is very athletic, and of course bring some highlights when it comes to dunks. And just finally, before we wrap up, Anna Flavia, of Mozambican legend, has been named as the Deputy Sports Minister in Mozambique.
All right, that's the final shot for Sports Tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of the night. Bye-bye now.